Hello ladies and gentlemen, J-Bo here. This is a pretty decent video, I think. You will enjoy it, of the infamous Winchester 1897 M97 trench gun 12-gauge shotgun. This was a really fun video to make. This one holds 6 rounds plus 1 and was counterintuitive to how you normally operate a shotgun. And I did not expect that, so there was a little learning curve, which is covered in this video. So please watch the entire video and learn about this wonderful shotgun. And we had an absolutely great time shooting this. We shot a couple hundred rounds through it. It was a complete blast. And it will be explained that this is mostly original, with the heat shield from World War II, the receiver and barrel and corncob from World War I, and the stock is sometime after World War II, non-original, but these were prone to break in the stocks, so that might be common. So enjoy.
This shows to be a 1918. The serial number is between a certain range and it's prefixed by an E, which designates this as an authentic World War I receiver. The slide as well. The corn cob is original as well. The heat shield, however, well, the barrel is too. It's got a CYL for cylinder bore. And the heat shield, though, is World War II because it has 4 rows. And a World War I would have 6 rows.
Very common for the military to recycle firearms.
Yep.
They did that with 1911s, changed the mainspring housing, and especially when you got into like Vietnam and Korea, you would have World War I, World War II, and Korean 1911s mishmashed together for Vietnam. So.
And the heat shield was most likely to be damaged, most often damaged, and the stocks on the World War I's were thinner than this, and they'd break in here. The World War I would be flat all the way around. This has little divots here. That's a World War II style, but this is an aftermarket stock. It doesn't have the proper route for the swivel mounts. They would nestle in there perfectly. They were very good at that. And the butt plate would have a Winchester logo. This is not original as well.
And if you really wanted to, you could probably find those individually here and there.
Yep. And then the barrel is a little longer than the bayonet mount. That's proper. That's how it should look. And the bead should be where it is. If you find one with a bead here at the end of the barrel, it's not an original. And the bayonet mount is original. Some people will say, well, it doesn't have the patent applied for on it. They don't all have that. They'll also say, well, it doesn't have the US stamp and the armament bomb on it. They didn't all have that either.
Right.
So that's not an indicator of original or not.
Well, that's definitely authentic.
Yep, it's just a wonderful gun. And she still works.
Yep.
And the bore is pristine. It's just beautiful. So I think maybe it wasn't fired a lot. It was carried more than it was fired. But all told, just a wonderful shotgun.
Super awesome.
An
I like it.
American icon.
Yep. The feared trench shotgun.
Yeah, the Germans had the nerve to complain about this.
Yep. After using mustard gas.
You know, and what they did in the war after that was just horrendous. But they were upset about the shotgun, probably because they didn't like getting pinned to the bunker, to the trench, and fired upon at the same time.
Well, I enjoyed shooting that, and it would take like a few boxes to get used to the timing of it, because it is counterintuitive to shooting a regular shotgun that you get used to.
Yep.
And but a little bit of practice, it would be pretty decent.
I don't know for sure, but I'll bet dollars to donuts that it wasn't intended to be slam fired like that. I think soldiers found it out when they were at war, and you know, necessity is the mother of invention.
Yeah.
I think they discovered that it does that. So, and the only safety on it is half cock. That's it.
That's it.
So
the old school safety of just being careful with it.
yeah, careful where you point the thing.
Very nice.
These buttons on the side before we cut out, this one will eject a single shell.
Mm-hmm.
And if you hold button on each side, it'll spill the tube.
So it'll dump all the rounds out onto the ground.
Exactly. Also, an interesting note, the Germans, if they found a soldier with this, they would execute you.
Yep.
They were that upset.
They were that upset at that.
About this gun, so.
So they would get upset about that gun and just as soon lock you in a room and gas you to death.
Yeah. Who won the war again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, very cool. Thanks for bringing that today. I've never shot one before. It was a nice experience, and we're making a run to get some more. So what we noticed with this is what I noticed, because if you rack it, pull the trigger and then you hold the trigger, then every time you launch the cob forward, it fires. So it's like bang, bang, bang. And the habit that you would have is when you rack a regular shotgun, you rack it like this. So you got to use a different timing with this and hold it back like this while you're holding the trigger, which has the guts exposed, so you know that it's racked back. So it would actually be like bang, 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 bang. So it's counterintuitive to what you usually do with a pump shotgun, and it does take some practice. And this is a combination of World War I era and World War II. The heat shields from World War II, the bayonet lugs from World War I. It's a 1918 model, but it's a 1897 Winchester, manufactured in 1918, best guess. Has an aftermarket replacement stock, might have broke the original, because this has seen combat. So, very excellent, beautiful shotgun. It's a workhorse, it works very well. And you can see the interesting design. I've noticed it holds 6+1. And the bayonet lug is really cool. Make sure you get a nice look at that, because it's my older brother's shotgun, so I'm not going to have it around to shoot more video, so I need to make sure I get something good on here. Putting the bayonet on here is pretty easy. You line up that channel right there onto the lug, and you just pull it down like that. It'll lock in there. It's spring loaded. You want to take it off, you push that and just lift it off. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Then you get the bayonet ready to go. And I remember reading about having issues in trench warfare where you shove the bayonet in somebody's chest and it gets stuck. Then you have to like fire it to release. The kickback from the shotgun would help get the bayonet out, if you can imagine that. So the other thing with this is you can see where the bolt comes out, and you have to be careful where you have your hand, like that.
That thing's fun.
Yeah, I am thrilled that I got that gun.
Yeah. 1918.
I know.
At some point, the stock got replaced and the heat shield.
Mm-hmm.
The heat shield is the most fragile thing that got replaced a lot. World War I stocks have the thin neck on it. So
And
it broke.
that bayonet adds some weight on the front to help with the recoil too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little bit.
There you go.
Perfect.
That's the
That was good.
Boom, boom, boom.
that's
boom.
the secret.
You just did it slow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to sturdies. We need more rounds.
Oh, my shoulder.
It came off a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
You're gonna have a bruise. That's just fun.
So I'm going to try this again, see if I can work on the timing of this, which is an unusual timing. I've got some extra pop here for hunting game, namely birds. 3. Okay, we got 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds. So we're going to try this again. I'm going to go find some cans, and I got to remember to launch the corn cob forward when I want to shoot. Get rid of my old shotgun habits and do it the new way. So we'll rack it like you normally would. Take a shot. There we go.
I'm not even gonna try to aim, I'm just gonna try to function. Oh.
Seems like you got a better hang of that than any of us. So we're going to shove some in the tube. See how easy this loads. See how quick that loads. So this shotgun, because it's not original, it is original, but it's 2 wars in one. It was about 1800. All original one in mint condition can go up to 10,000 or more. So you can shoot it like a regular shotgun. You can just hold the trigger. So I also just hit my thumb with, when you rack this out like that, I was holding it right here and that actually hit the knuckle on my thumb, which is why I put the gloves on, because I knew it did that. And that concludes this video, and I want to thank you for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this vintage tool, this beautiful piece of hardware used in the olden-timey days of trench warfare. And you can see how valuable a tool this was in a day when people were shooting bolt-action rifles. And the Germans absolutely hated these. And if you were caught with one, you would surely be put to death for having it on you. So with that, thank you for watching, and stay safe, everybody. Have a beautiful week. Bye-bye.